Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Q&A Sunday where we answer your questions every single week. I'm Rich Dallas with Berkshire Hathaway, the Dallas-Fincham team, and on today's episode, we're going to tackle 3 questions that we got this week. 1, what is hard money? 2, is it a seller's market or a buyer's market, and what's the difference? And 3, should I sell my house before I buy my next one? Okay, let's jump right into what is hard money. So hard money is also known as private non-contingent funds. Now, that is a fancy way for saying that person A is going to lend person B a certain amount of money to buy a house. Now, the offer that you put in is a cash deal because this person is just giving the money from one person to the other and going there. Now, it's almost like this person is the bank, but it's actual money that's already there. No financing is necessary. So that's why it's non-contingent private funds. Hard money, I'm not sure where exactly that term came from, but I think it's just because, maybe one day some guy had a briefcase full of money and he said, here you go. But on a serious note, why would somebody use hard money versus a regular bank? Now, and also, what is the benefit for the person lending the money? So the person lending the money is typically going to get anywhere from about 9 to 12% in an interest rate. So that's a pretty fantastic return on your investment. And typically the short-term loan times are anywhere from 1 to 5 years on returning that money. So it's a pretty good ROI for the person lending the money. Now, why would somebody take an interest rate at 10% versus just going to the bank when the bank is offering 2.5% right now? The reason is most of the time when somebody's using hard money, it's because the house doesn't qualify for a conventional loan and certainly not for an FHA loan because it's probably going to be a renovation project. You don't get a lot of hard private money lenders for just your typical run-of-the-mill house. It's usually an investor that's going to be using this. So most of the time it's going to be because the house doesn't qualify, not because the buyer doesn't qualify. So that's a little bit about hard money. Number 2, is it right now in the Pittsburgh market a seller's market or a buyer's market? And what's the difference? Right now, it is just a fantastic market. I am not going to sit here and say that it is a seller's market and the sellers are dominating, which is statistically, that's what this is saying right now, because the inventory is so low that a buyer has a lot less choices. But right now, the buyers have such great buying power because of the interest rates that it is a fantastic time to be in the market, whether you're a buyer or a seller. If you want to go deeper on that, let me know. So typically when we have a buyer's market, the inventory is way up. There's more choices than what anyone has. And when it's a seller's market, there's less inventory and there's not as many choices. So there's people fighting for houses, which is what we're seeing right now. The inventory is low. And that was just because June and July were selling like just gangbusters coming out of the gates out of COVID. So the market was on fire. It's still very, very solid right now. So if you want to have a little bit of a deeper conversation, because I think that one's going to involve a little bit more, please reach out to me or someone on my team. My number is 412-965-6387. Now, the last question for today: should I sell my home before I buy? And what are the pluses and minuses is actually how it came up in the conversation with the client this week. Now, if you can sell your house before you buy, that is going to make your offer significantly more attractive because you're not going to be contingent upon selling your home. Now, if you are in a position where you have friends or family that you can go live with, and you sell your house right now, and then we start looking for a home, that is a fantastic way to do it if you can. Now, a lot of people need to make that transition because they don't have an interim place to go. So you can write contingent offers in this market. It's just going to be a little bit tougher to get those offers accepted. So the benefit of selling before you buy is 100%. It's going to be a stronger offer if you need that money. Now, if you don't need the money, the benefit of not selling before you buy is it's going to make your transition a whole lot easier. If you are still in your current house, you buy the next one, you move in, you move out of your house, and you don't have to do it all in one day or in a couple of days. You have time to make that transition from one house to the other very easily and very smooth. Then the opportunity for us to sell your house while you're not living there is even better on you, because you're not going to be bombarded every day with, hey, somebody wants to see the house between 4 and 5. Hey, somebody wants to see it between 2 and 3. And then you're constantly in and out of the house. So those are some of the pluses and minuses of selling and buying at the same time. So if you want to dive deeper on that, reach out to somebody on the team, reach out to me, put a comment in the link below. My number is 412-965-6387. I hope you enjoyed this Q&A Sunday. I can't wait to talk to you about next week's topics, and we'll have a great week and see you soon. Take care.